Hi there, this channel has English subtitle by default. In addition, if you go to settings section, you can translate English subtitle into 15 different languages. You can set the subtitle in a desktop or a notebook as well as mobile YouTube for all type of application version. If you look at the depiction of major figure in ancient Egyptian art throughout all generations, of course, except the Amarna-Pharaoh of Akhenaten, the head is generally direct to the side, but the eyes and upper body are direct forwarded. At the time, the Egyptian set rules drew more emphasis on the important part of the human figure. But they thought it was more important to follow strict rules than originality of art. The reason is that artistic expression is mainly followed in a religious sense, so as people who believe in eternal life, it's natural to see a natural appearance of people who express themselves on a flat surface that form healthy rims and etc. They expecting a life even after death. It was necessary to express all human forms on the flat surfaces of the entire human body in order to properly observe the person's hairstyle, head, eyes, noses, and ears. It's easier to see the person's eye properly in detail. On the other hand, look at the overall body shape such as shoulders, arms, and legs. It's easier to express it from the front. In the process of moving human from a three-dimensional state to a two-dimensional state, distortion or omission inevitably occurs, which is called the law of frontally. With the shoulder facing the front, the head is looking sideways and the eyes are looking forward. The arms and legs are pointing to the side. In the end, the Egyptians in the picture look flat and crooked, giving them a natural appearance. In order to express not only the depiction of the characters but also the paradise on earth that the deceased expect after death, various figures and scenes were also described. You can see the detail of a frontal representation as well. It drew to painting from a unusual point of view, as seen through a bird's eye. However, these expressions were only used to express their noble and royalty, but not the expressions of other lower ranks. Unusually, the Amarna-Pharaoh of Akhenaten not only had the purpose of strengthening the royal authority, but also in order to elevate to some extent the errors of class system that had been classically maintained. The figurative description in various of ways. Akhenaten has put the meaning of the present reality as heaven, and he often used general expression. In the Amarna-Pharaoh, there are many artworks depicting unprecedented royal life. However, the expressiveness and meaning of the work of art were more realistic, expressionistic, and naturalistic based on a kind of distortion that prevented the use of the method of depicting the gods other than the royal family in sculpting and art. People who were familiar with the classical style and who had religious connection of the afterlife that followed were not familiar with expressionism in the Amarna-Pharaoh. So you can observe the works that feel lacking in general artistic expression of the Amarna-Pharaoh than before.